Hello everybody, just going to talk you through GCSE music. So we study using the OCR exam board. So why choose GCSE music? First off, it's for any type of musician. You could be a classical based performer studying things as piano, flute, clarinet, violin, or you could be a contemporary based musician studying things as electric guitar, bass guitar, vocals, keyboards. But as well as those, you can also be a musician that studies more of the music technology route. So things like DJ decks, computer-based programs. So often modern-day producers will use a lot of these programs and these pieces of software. And this course is also for you as well. So the benefits of music education. There is a huge amount of evidence and research that suggests how much music contributes to your general well-being and your brain development, which can also benefit subjects outside of music, which obviously you're studying within school. So music education contributes to general development of your brain. It suggests that stronger connections between brain regions exist. There's more grey matter, improved brain structure and function, better memory and attention, and higher IQ. You can see from a few of these images here that I put that you can see that there's a huge amount of benefit to actually studying an instrument and studying general music. So as well as the general careers that obviously are directly linked to music, such as being a performer, a composer, a music teacher, a writer for a music magazine, then there's also a huge amount of skills that you're going to develop through this course that are widely transferable to careers outside of the music industry. So these things such as creative thinking. So thinking creatively is second nature to music learners. They are naturals because they must continuously create, write, and compose new and innovative music, while simultaneously learning how to perform new music in exciting and bigger and better ways. Problem solving. Anyone in the performance, music, or media industry knows how to handle stress and deal with problems that will always arise. Music learners know that challenges can crop up at any time, before, during, and even after performances. Staying calm and solving a problem quickly is a valuable career skill. Responsibility and dependability. Music learners are some of the most dependable, reliable, and responsible people in the workforce. They understand their students, band, and orchestra members depend on them to be equally ready. Learning your part and being thoroughly prepared for a group performance is essential to everyone's success. Collaboration and working effectively with others. Music learners must know how to work well with others and communicate effectively. There is almost nothing in the music industry and wider career world that doesn't involve, at the very least, two people. Whether it's part of an ensemble, audio engineering, studio recording, or post-production team, you'll almost always require the assistance of others. And then finally, time management. Lastly, is there anything else? Time management is critical. Music learners learn to juggle their busy schedule of classes, studying, practicing, rehearsals, and performing. Students will develop their time management skills, learning to manage several major projects at once. And to succeed, they'll be forced to plan ahead so they'll be adequately prepared for important occasions like concerts, studio recordings, performances, and competition deadlines. And as well as these, there's obviously loads and loads of other skills that you'll develop throughout the course. So OCR music allows a huge amount of choice and develops a well-rounded knowledge of lots of music styles, which is hugely beneficial for a musician. This is why we study OCR music at Honeywood. So I'm going to go through an overview of the general course so you can see what you have to do. So there's 4 pieces of coursework that you have to do. One is a performance on your chosen instrument. Then secondly, a composition in a style chosen by you. An ensemble performance. And then a composition to a brief set by the exam board. Then at the end of the course, there's a listening paper exam which covers the areas of study 2, 3, 4, and 5, which I'll talk through in a moment. The coursework is worth 60% of the course, and the exam is worth the 40% of the rest. So what are the areas of study? So area of study 1 is My Music. This is all about your chosen instrument and how this is used in performance composition. You can compose on any instrument, including singing, DJing, music technology, as well as classical and contemporary instruments. What you perform and compose is entirely up to you. You can follow your interests in genres and styles. And as I said before, it really is for any type of musician. Area study 2. So these are the areas of study that we study for the exam, but also we'll be looking at them through a compositional idea, so you can develop your compositional techniques and your skills. So this is about various types of music and the part the concerto plays within it. Specifically, we will look at the Baroque solo concerto, the Baroque concerto grosso, and the classical concerto and romantic concerto. Area study 3 is rhythms of the world. This has a focus on 4 geographical regions of the world: India and the Punjab, Eastern Mediterranean and Middle East, Africa, and Central and South America. Integral to this is understanding the rhythm, including reading it, writing it, understanding it, and definitely counting it. And these are all things that we will learn how to do. Area study 4 is film and game music. What it says on the tin really, we'll study a range of film music, including a variety of eras. Also, how much music is used as soundtrack for video games. We explore composers such as Hans Zimmer, John Williams, Koji Kondo, and many, many more. This is a really exciting project, and our learners absolutely love this. So area study 5, conventions of pop. So this includes rock and roll of the 50s and 60s, rock anthems of the 70s and 80s, pop ballads of the 70s, 80s and 90s, and solo artists from 1990 to the present day. So we'll focus on how voices and instruments interact and how styles develop through time. And as you can see, some of the images here, we explore a huge range of musicians from the past to the present, and just exploring who you're into and what it is that makes them successful. So how good do I need to be at my instrument? This is obviously a question that I get asked quite a lot. So you do need to have a basic ability on one instrument to start GCSE music. However, you can also sign up for instrument lessons in or out of school to progress at a quicker rate. You need to feel confident that you can play a complete piece of your choice on your chosen instrument when you start GCSE music. These do not need to be complicated or difficult pieces, as long as you feel generally confident performing them. You can use more than one instrument on the course, but this is not compulsory. You'll need one chosen instrument as your main study. And that main study can be vocals. We often get asked, can I do vocals, or do I have to do another instrument as well as that? No, you don't have to. Vocals is completely fine. You'll need to take a part in extracurricular music groups. Okay, so what's the point of being a musician if you don't share it with others? This is also where you'll gain a huge amount of musicianship skills. Playing and performing with others is a great way to develop and learn. So I've never composed my own music before and don't know where to start. So that's okay. That's part of what we're here to learn. As long as you're keen to expand your skills as a musician and can approach your learning creatively, you'll be absolutely fine. The composition set by the exam board OCR is not as bad as it sounds. It's based on the styles of music we'll study through the areas of study. So we'll work alongside the knowledge you're developing. You also get a good deal of choice on what you do and how you do it. So what about the exam? The exam will cover the styles of music that we study throughout the course from the areas of study. You just need to be prepared to study, revise, and listen to music throughout the course to be successful in this area. This is the same as any other course that you're going to do across the school, but this is a listening exam, so it's really cool to actually listen to pieces of music and really pull them apart, analyze them, find out what's going on, so you can kind of magpie ideas as a musician yourself. So the exam is 90 minutes, and that's at the very end of year 11. What else do I need to do to take GCSE music? So nothing compulsory, but there are some things that might be useful. We'll be learning to read and write various aspects of music theory throughout the course. However, getting a head start on this will only make your GCSE experience easier and more stressful. Music theory often gets a bit of a bad name, but it really isn't as hard as it sometimes appears. It's just like learning to understand the language of music. So the more we can do around that, the more you can understand what musicians are doing. You need to be prepared to appreciate a wide range of music. This doesn't mean you have to love it all, okay? We will study music for all the world, all the different points of time. Myself, I don't love it all at all, okay? But you need to have an open ear to things and be able to appreciate it. Be prepared to collaborate with other musicians and share your thoughts and opinions. We love having a discussion and a bit of a debate in the class, and sharing what we're into, all different people, all different musicians, and that's what we love. One-to-one instrumental lessons will obviously benefit. We do have them in school, but of course some people prefer to have them outside of school. So this was Music Marks School. We've been awarded this in recognition of a commitment to providing a high quality music education for all children and young people. And it recognises what we do in the classroom, but as well as that, the performances that we get involved in around the county, and the general kind of quality of what we've got. And we're really proud to have this. We were awarded it. We've been awarded it for the past 3 years on the trot. So really nice kind of thing to have in our department. So here's another couple of points on general music and the brain. As you can see here, generally there's a huge amount of research on this. So it's just such an amazing thing to be involved in at a young age. And it really, really does develop and benefit your brain, your general well-being for the rest of your life. So your kid's brain on music. Music rewards the brain. Learn to actively and actually listen to music properly. As I was saying earlier, we analyse music and pull it apart and find out what people are doing. They do better in school, as I mentioned earlier again. It makes kids nicer. So kids hooked on music are better team players, less aggressive and more cooperative with teachers. There are less fights, racism and hurtful sarcasm in schools. Good music programs. Helps kids to grow up and best ways to stay in school. So there's a huge range of research here that kind of benefits the brain, again, through music. So any further questions at all, please do feel free to contact me. Mr. Philpott, with any further question you might have. Here's my email, rphilpott@honeywoodschool.com. Any questions, big and small, please let me know. And I hope to see you soon. Take care.